Hey guys, it's Jess with Techno House. I am on a roof and I thought we would talk today about moss growth on your roof and why some people think, oh, it's charming, um, just like ivy on the side of your house, moss is not good for your roof. Um, what it does is it prevents your shingles or your cedar or whatever from drying out in between rainstorms, and shingles can get wet but they need to dry out in between. When you have a lot of moss growth, it prevents that and slows that process from happening, which can shorten the life of the shingle. I'll flip the camera around and show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll talk about things you can do about moss growth. So this is this roof here. You can see all the moss on the roof here, and it's not all over the roof. The rest of this roof, it's not there, and the reason why is you've got these big trees overhead that are blocking the sun. I always tell people in situations like this where you have these large trees, beautiful trees, you don't want to cut the trees down. They make products that you can just attach to a garden hose and spray up on your roof. Never, ever, 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 ever pressure wash your roof. For the love of all that's holy, don't do that. But the other thing you can do, because this is going to be a reoccurring situation, right? Those big trees aren't going anywhere. So they're going to continually block that sun, and moss is going to want to grow here. So one of the things you can do is you can actually buy rolls of zinc, zinc strips, and zinc inhibits moss growth. So you can get rolls of zinc and they can install it just under your ridge shingles here. And then every time it rains, it will wash zinc down that roof, and that will prevent the moss from coming back. Because this is always an interesting thing I point out to my clients when I tell them to do this. You see this metal flue pipe here? See how there's no moss growth in the shingles sort of directly below it? Because when it rains, it's washing that down, and that's inhibiting moss growth right in that area. So I always show that to my clients to explain, like, yeah, it works. So something to think about if you have heavy tree cover over your own house, and you're getting moss growth and you're tired of, constantly treating it every year, check into having zinc strips installed. All right, bye guys.